What's up, Electric All Wheel? Today we have the Heybike Ranger. This bike has a 48 volt battery, so we are definitely going to get into it. We anticipate a less than 20 amp current limit, so we have the 20 amp dual battery discharge balancer kit with the bullet connectors. Heybike has been pretty consistent with their bullet connections, and I anticipate the same thing with this bike. I believe this is a 500 watt rear hub mag wheels, 48 volt, 15 amp hours, so another 10 amp hours is going to get you pretty far in terms of range for this bike, so we're pretty excited about that. We like the step through aspect and the fact that it folds, so a worthy bike if you're out there in the market for a folding e-bike. This is one to take a look at. If you're in the Tampa Bay area, check out E-Bikes of Tampa Bay, Florida. Thank you, Drew, for all your help with this. And that group is on Facebook. If you want to show us some love, YouTube is our primary, so give us a like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Without further ado, we're just going to get on into this. I am going to rack this bike, pull the batteries so I can reduce some of the weight, and then we're going to try and do an internal install on this. We'll see how it goes. Here we go. We're gonna try and slot it in right there. We did see bullet connectors, so as predicted. All right, when we pull it out, we got bullet connectors. It's perfect. Our kit here. Just go ahead and connect these things up. There's that. And there's that. And then when you do this, just make sure and grab at the bullets because they will bend. And then for each one of these, I'm just gonna give it a little bit of tape to make sure that they hold. All right, one thing to keep in mind when you're in this space is that this board for the actual battery is coming out underneath, so keep that in mind if you have any spacing problems, but we're gonna get it in there. All right, so we have all our connections ready to go. This is battery 1. So we have the first battery on one of the battery inputs of the balancer, which is here, and then this is the controller out. We'll go ahead and plug that in. And now we need to get one of our cables run in. Make sure that you put this end inside the housing so that it can plug into the balancer. And I think we're gonna come in from the front side here. All right, there's that. And then we just plug it in. Now it is making sure that we get the cabling out of the way. So I may just run this over another way just so it's clean. And then my plan is to put the wiring on the side of this controller like this. Let me go ahead and see if I can get something clean on here. There we go. Now for this, we are going to utilize this battery in a bag, the one you typically see us with. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug this thing in now to test. There it is, it's just on the ground. There we go, we have power. And it does work. Easy as it gets. That's pretty quick install. What I'm thinking now is that we will mount the battery here and then we'll actually do something along these lines. That'll be my strap for stability. Do a nice tighten down. And then we'll bring the cable up, plug that in. And then just tuck that inside the battery bag. Perfect. So to test, I'm just going to unplug this battery real quick. And then see if I get power to the wheel. There it is, perfect. That was the factory battery working. So we'll just go ahead and plug in the second. Get it back into the bag. And there we go. Well, it's a little hot. You can see it. It is fall here in Florida, so second summer, here we come. Wanted to take you through the calculations on this. 48 volt, 15 amp hours on the factory, 10 amp hours on the bag. So let's get to the math and the range, which is what everybody wants to know. So the Mica toll constant says 25 watt hours per mile at 20 miles an hour, throttle only. So 15 plus 10 equals 25 times 48 equals a total of 1200 watt hours. Divide that by 25 and you get a range of 40 48 miles, 20 miles an hour, throttle only on your Heybike Ranger. Now, this also leaves open the step-through aspect, which we really like. We like being able to get through. That makes it easy access for riding. For all intents and purposes, we anticipate your bum wearing out faster than the battery capacity does if you do the dual battery for this. Relatively easy install. You need to make sure and watch your wire clusters on the backside. Other than that, everything fits fine. You saw it in the video. If you haven't already, give us a like and subscribe. YouTube is our primary, and if you are in the Tampa Bay area, ebikes of Tampa Bay, Florida. Remember this, you are not isolated to this battery. You can get any battery you want. Just make sure it's 48 volt. The BMS is gonna work typically for this controller at no more than 15 amps to 18 amps. You're generally looking at a 20 to 25, 30, 35 amp BMS for your battery management system on most of your batteries. So if you're in the low current limit range like this Ranger, you're going to be fine. Just make sure you match your system voltage, which is 48 volts, and that you get a balancer so you don't have any issues with imbalanced discharge. We'll talk to you next time.